So here we find ourselves yet again in one of Jessica's schemes. And what do we have here, Schemy?
A donkey!
Yeah, we don't, but one day I'm sure we will. Look at this. Now look at this coloring. Isn't this thing adorable? So this is another little bottle baby. His mama had too many babies and not enough milk for them all.
And look at the blue eyes.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, this is, this one's really cute. But anyway, that happens a bit where the moms can't actually support all the babies. So this one had to go. And we are going to put it on one of our mamas who has extra milk. What are you doing?
So
Look at those long legs.
So long.
Now, we don't quite know what this one is. Even though I thought it had Nubian ears, it probably doesn't.
I mean, maybe. It could
Maybe.
have a little Nubian, but normally they're a little longer. But
Yeah. So it might be a little Nubian. It might be a little dwarf.
Might be a little Alpine.
Yep. The mom was a mix, and we don't know about the daddy. So it's going to be a surprise. We would love if it turned out to be quite dwarfy, because I always love the smaller ones. But with those long, long legs this little baby has,
Yeah, she's got long.
yeah, she
long
could end up
legs.
being a big
So I think she might be a little tall.
So we're going to just have to watch her grow. But in the meantime, we have the extra milk for her. Hi, baby. She's so soft, though. And we came up with a name. Yeah, I know. She's a little bitey. She might. Oh, yeah. She's probably hungry. Second? We'll get you something. We'll get you something. Yes. It's good. You got to be hungry, because you're going to be learning to eat differently than what you're used to. So,
Starting tomorrow.
starting tomorrow.
We're just going to make sure he gets a good
Yeah.
fat belly tonight. And
Yeah.
then tomorrow we're going to train in a bucket.
Yes. Yes. So we got a brand new plan.
Yeah, and I've never used it before because I do kind of like the bottle feeding. But now that I have to go into the office, it does make it a little hard because now I'm getting up at 4:30 and 5:30 in the morning, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But they still have to eat, so it's it is what it is. But so we got a bucket from the feed store that has nipples on it. So basically, once they're on the bottle, good, then you can feed them like cold milk in the bucket. So then I can just have the bucket in there with milk, and they can just help themselves.
Yeah.
So it'll be really helpful because in the morning I can probably just put in fresh milk and then leave instead of waiting. Because sometimes, sometimes they take a while to finish their bottle, right? And sometimes they don't. But we got a little cough. But, the bucket's going to be unique because it's got, I think, 3 nipples. They're not my favorite nipples, but they're good for lambs. And so we do have a bottle baby lamb. So even if it only worked for him, it's going to be good, and it's something we're going to have forever now. So,
Yeah. So no, it's good.
yeah.
And anything that helps, because the babies that have needed homes are just pouring in, and the special needs. So we try to help the special needs ones, but one thing about it is it's very labor intensive. So
Yeah.
anytime their things aren't natural, they're not with their mom. Anytime it's not automatic, like automated, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, it's every baby needs to eat however many times a day, times however many babies need it, right?
Exactly. And if you're doing 1-to-1, then it's very time consuming, right? So
And not every baby's good at it. So it's not even just the time consuming. It's sometimes they won't eat from a
then-
bottle.
And then if you're, frustrated because you know time is going, it's not a good experience for anyone, right?
No.
So, like Polly is not taking to the bottle at all. So what I basically do is I'm taking from another goat, like just putting her on another goat, which is working great. But the sheep Jakarta, he's on the bottle. Now he is a really good drinker, but because of the nipple that he prefers, it's slower going. So for him to drink what he needs, it's like almost 10 minutes, which doesn't sound like much, but that's 10 minutes for him that's dedicated that I can't do anything else. And that's on top of, getting everyone else ready. It's wintertime, so
It's
the
cold.
chores are more.
Yeah.
So, taking out the water, breaking water, and stuff like that. so all that adds up, and then I have to leave by 6:15 in the morning.
Yeah, so that's 10 minutes before 6:15. Like, that's a big difference between 10 minutes on a Saturday afternoon and 10 minutes every day before 6:15.
Yeah, and then, I still have to get me ready, the animals ready, and stuff. So I'm excited to see. I hope the bucket works.
That's awesome.
Because I was going to make one, but my mind wasn't working on how I was going to make that angled enough and stuff and not leak. So
Absolutely. That's very
yeah.
important.
So eventually, either this one will take it or not. But she's pretty cute.
She is pretty cute. And, oh, big yawns. And we came up with a name for this little one. Do you remember what it is?
Zambi?
No. Zambi is the name of our other one outside. This is Stella.
Stella. Because I said steel.
You said steel, and I was like, steel, you wanted steel because of the coloring.
Yeah.
But I didn't think steel was good for a little girl, so I thought we move it a little bit and end up with Stella. I think Stella's a pretty name.
Stella?
She's definitely a little Stella. And she's so soft. Oh, you're so soft. I don't know what's in her. I'm sorry. I know you're hungry, but I got to touch you a little bit before you go outside and I never see you again because you're in a pile of 14 others. It's okay. We're going to get you a little bottle here in a minute. One
Very
thing
cute.
about this, it comes from a group of goats that are not big screamers. I don't know what his magic secret is,
Yeah.
but this goat didn't make a peep besides cute peeps all the way. Even now, it's clearly restless and wants to go, but it is not a screamer. So what's the trick? We have to get him to teach us how to do
Yes,
that.
because when they realize that I'm in the garage, which is where their food is, the screams are intense.
Yeah.
And I'll end up having to feed them even if I've already fed them what they need to eat. Again, just so they'll stop screaming. Because
Yeah.
people will be like,
What's going on with
what's
these?
going on with
yeah.
these animals? They're in distress or screaming, but really it's like they're greedy for grain because it's like candy.
Exactly.
Um,
Like they have food all the time, but it's like they also get their little bit of junk food, and when they see the containers, they want the
They
junk
want
food.
more junk food.
Yeah, exactly. So
But I
They're-
get it. I have a weakness for chips and dips, so
Yeah.
I do
Oh.
get it.
I'm not skinny like I used to be, and I'm definitely not skinny like this pretty little girl. But anyway, I wanted everybody to meet little Stella. We'll keep you updated as to how things are going, because this is the hardest part, is getting them on the bottle.
And it was exciting because, bottle babies are worth money.
Yeah,
But this was a gift.
yeah.
So,
So thank you a lot.
Yeah.
You know who you are, and it's really, really welcome.
yeah.
It's a gift, and you know what? We're kind of doing a little bit of a favor too, because like I said, all that
There's
labor.
work.
Yeah, and you know what? He has his hands full. Like you can't be, different people have different priorities, right? And when you have a big operation like he has, you can't walk away from your whole flock to hand feed the individual. Unfortunately, it's the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? That's where the community sense of the whole thing helps, right? Because there are
yeah.
people like us who don't have we got a pretty big herd now, but we have the time and the ability to do that. So it helps him out and it helps us out. So it's win-win.
Yeah. And we gave him a goat.
Yeah,
And so this is kind of a
Exactly.
return thank you, but I did not expect that it was going to be free. So it was a nice surprise when we got there, but it was also a nice call when he said, I have one if you want it.
perfect.
So
Well, anyway, this is little Stella, and thanks for joining, and tune in for an update. Bye, guys.